What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so in this video, I want to talk about the little burning topic out there that, what I'm saying, has been out there in the world of the NBA for the past 24 hours. And that is that during the Christmas Day game between the Los Angeles Lakers and Clippers, Kawhi Leonard reportedly said to the opposition, the Lakers, tell LeBron to stop being scared to guard me. You know what I'm saying? And, if Kawhi said that apparently, I have to say, bravo. You know, um, look, when you're a great player like Kawhi Leonard and you want to be perceived as the best player in the league, you go after the best player. That's just how that is. Okay, you go after the best player. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I've noticed about LeBron James is that he tends to always downplay rivalries. He does it all the time. At least publicly, he tries to downplay rivalries, whether it's going all the way back to, you know, uh, the rivalry between him and Carmelo when they first came in the NBA together. People forget that there was a time when some people thought Carmelo might be the better player through Kobe Bryant and every other guy that's been a rival of his since then. I remember even a little while when Paul George was considered a rival when he was back in Indiana. But LeBron's pretty much always tried to downplay these things, But Kawhi is trying to force LeBron to acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Look, Stephen A. Smith said something interesting on First Take today. He was talking about how the perception of many NBA players and teams is that the Lakers are soft, despite having the second best record in the NBA at 30-7. Despite probably being the most talented team in the NBA, they aren't exactly the toughest team. You know what I'm saying? You have number one, LeBron James, who, as great as he is right now, he's the only player in NBA history with 30,000 points, 9,000 rebounds, and 9,000 assists, and he could possibly end up as the all-time leading scorer with over 10,000 rebounds and over 10,000 assists. I mean, remarkably unbelievable numbers, you know what I'm saying? But we all know what the knock on him has been. You know what I'm saying? I don't really need to go too far into it. That LeBron isn't the most, he's not exactly an alpha male. You know what I'm saying? And that sometimes he can mentally check out of a game. He sometimes lacked that mental toughness that you see with guys like Kobe, Mike, Bill Russell, and the like. You know what I'm saying? He lacks that alpha male, cutthroat mentality. Anthony Davis, I mean, this is a guy that's already been on record saying that he don't want to play the five because it's too physical. So Davis is a guy that doesn't like to be too physical. He doesn't like physical play. And even though injuries has really nothing to do with toughness, if you already have a reputation for being, soft, people are always going to question how injured you are when you do get injured. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Kyle Kuzma, who doesn't know what color hair he wants to wear, or clothes he want to wear and shit like that, or what color, like I said, what color his hair he wants it to be. Then you got Dwight Howard. I don't even have to go too far into that one. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to go too far with Dwight Howard as far as like what his issues have been over the past couple of years. So, yeah, there's that perception that the Lakers aren't that tough. I mean, they're a great team, but if you're physical with them, if you're allowed to play physical with them, then you can knock them off stride and beat this team. Um, this is the thing about the Clippers. I think right now, psychologically, the Clippers have the Lakers' heart. Okay, but one of the problems about the Clippers is that, and I do agree with this, what Stephen A. Smith said. I think sometimes the Clippers play to the level of their competition. I think the Milwaukee Bucks have started to do that too, even though they're 33-6. But I think that last loss to the Spurs, they kind of let the Spurs like dictate that game. And during that 18-game winning streak, the Bucks were like beating the shit out of everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know, but now it's like the Bucks are kind of playing to the level of their competition. Sometimes they beat the Warriors, but they should have blown the Warriors out last night. And sometimes I think the Clippers do that. Plus, with the load management with Kawhi Leonard and maybe to a lesser extent Paul George, I think when you have two guys that are constantly out of the lineup that much, it can cause some chemistry issues. And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, while I do believe that the Clippers are still going to win like 55, 56 games, excuse me, um, you do wonder how that can affect their chemistry as the season progresses. You know what I'm saying? But there's other ways to look at it too. You know, like maybe with Leonard only playing 60 games, maybe with Paul George only playing 60-something games, uh, that will leave them fresher during the playoffs. Now, does that give them a competitive advantage that's unfair? Maybe. But at the same time, they're seeding, you know what I'm saying, a dominant position in overall standings. So possibly the Clippers, if they stay in the 4th seed, which I'm not sure they're going to do, but if they stay in the 4th seed, they're only going to have home court advantage during the first round of playoffs. So they're willing to trade that off just to have health for, you know, guys like Leonard and Paul George and others. But, you know, at the end of the day, I just think that the records of these two teams really not going to matter much, man. You know what I'm saying? I do think this, though. With Kawhi Leonard calling out LeBron James like this, when they play again on the 28th of this month, James is going to have to step it up, man. He's going to have to step it up as far as his performance. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep having this guy, Kawhi Leonard, beat you like this, man. Like, I know some people's like, it's just a regular season. These games matter. These type of games do matter. You make a statement game. When you're a great player, you want to have a great performance against another great player, great team. All right. Over the past, throughout their careers, right? Throughout their careers, Kawhi Leonard's teams are 7-5 against LeBron in the playoffs, and 8-3 against LeBron in the regular season. And in the regular season, Kawhi is now 5-0 against LeBron in the last 5 matchups. All right, in the last 5 matchups, Kawhi is 5-0 in the regular season, averaging over 31 points. I think it's like, what was it, 31.2 points, 7.6 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.8 steals, I believe, on over 50% shooting, 40% from three-point range, and almost 90% from the foul line. So he really gets up for these performances. He feel like he has something to prove when he's going up against LeBron James. Maybe LeBron James feel like he doesn't have anything left to prove. He said that before, but you know that's not the right mentality to have. You heard Tom Brady say, despite the fact he's won 6 Super Bowls, and despite all of the records and awards and, you know, all of the adulation that and the rightful so, adulations that he's received. And this is coming from a Bills fan, and I hate Tom Brady's fucking guts, all right, as a player. But you heard him say he felt like he has more to prove. He has more to prove. You know what I'm saying? Kobe, Mike, these guys, they always say they feel like they have something to prove out there. When LeBron James said he feels like he doesn't have anything left to prove, that kind of shows you his hunger. It's not like some of these other guys. He's sated. These other guys, they feel like they were kind of greedy when it came to winning and championships and all that. You know what I'm saying? I know to this day, Magic Johnson truly hates that he had to retire at age 32 because Magic was still pretty much in his prime. Like, I mean, you could argue that defensively he had slipped a little bit, but he was still putting up what 20. What was Magic putting up his last year? Like 22 points, maybe like 7 rebounds, 6.5 rebounds, like 11.5 assists. I mean, he was still Magic Johnson. You know what I'm saying? And just led his team to the NBA Finals. So LeBron still has a lot to prove. And in this game coming up, man, LeBron James has to lead the Lakers to a victory. He has to. I know some people like, look, man, it's just a regular season game. These games don't matter. Yes, they do. They do matter. Okay, they matter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's some times when a team can dominate another team in the regular season. The playoffs could be a whole different matter. But not with this matchup. Not with this matchup. All right? You know what I'm saying? No. This is different. Kawhi Leonard wants that throne. He wants to be seen as the undisputed king of the NBA. And if he's able to lead the Clippers to an NBA championship, leaving bodies throughout the landscape, and if one of those bodies happen to be LeBron James and he wins Finals MVP, then you have to give it to Kawhi Leonard. You got to give it to him, man. So it's up to LeBron James and Anthony Davis and the rest of those guys to have a statement. To make a statement on January 20th, like, look, all right, we're here. You know what I'm saying? I'm still LeBron James. I'm trying to create my own legacy here in LA. You know what I'm saying? I've been here in LA before you. You know what I'm saying? I'm the king. I'm LeBron James. I'm the king. I run shit here. You just live here. That should be LeBron James' mentality. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what you guys think.